Matt Bernier for RacingPicks.com, taking a look at four selections for Saturday, October the 10th. Two from Belmont Park, two from Keeneland Race Course. They're all graded stakes races, and they all go in chronological order as far as post time is concerned. We'll start off in New York, Belmont, New York to be exact. Race number 4, the Grade 1 Champagne. It's a one-turn mile. 3 to 5 on Jackie's Warrior. If this horse wins this race, likely to be the favorite for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. There's no two ways around it. The horse has been simply spectacular in all three lifetime starts. The only reason that I'm trying to take a shot against this horse, and if you're someone who just wants the most likely winner, this horse is the most likely winner, bar none. I don't know why Steve Asmussen would run his other horse in here, Midnight Bourbon, if he didn't think he had a big chance to win this race, knowing Jackie's Warrior was going to be here. He could have run Midnight Bourbon last weekend down at Keeneland in the Breeders' Futurity. He could have shot for some other places. He could have run him in the American Pharoah out in Southern California. Could have run him in a number of different positions. Instead, he chooses to run him here on the heels of a pretty solid effort in the Grade 3 Iroquois at Churchill Downs last September, or in September, I should say. I look at this horse and say, outside draw, Jackie's Warrior is going to go. If for whatever reason he finds the distance a little bit testing, I think this distance is only going to be to Midnight Bourbon's benefit, and frankly, I think he's going to get better as the distances get longer. I think Midnight Bourbon, even if he doesn't get the job done on Saturday, and again, Jackie's Warrior, far and away the most likely winner. I'm going to pick Midnight Bourbon, though. Even if he doesn't win here on Saturday, I think he's got a big future going forward for Steve Asmussen and company. He's 6-1 on the morning line. We move forward to race number 8, the Grade 1 Flower Bowl, 1.25 miles on the inner turf course. Chad Brown, well represented. What else is new? It's a Grade 1 race on turf. You can go a few different ways in here for Chad's barn. I feel like the wise guy horse is going to be the outside filly, and that's Nay Lady Nay, or one of the outside fillies anyway. She's breaking from post 6 in the 7-horse field. She's been really spectacular in each of her past 2 starts. One at Laurel against a 4-horse field, one at Monmouth Park, 2 starts back. Far and away the most difficult test she will face thus far as class is concerned. And also, I wonder, she's going to be relatively close to the pace simply because there doesn't seem to be a ton signed on early. I think she's good, but I think the horse that I'm hopeful anyway is going to be cutting out the fractions. I think she is sitting on tilt. She's going to be my play of the day. That's the number 1, Cambier Park. Also for Chad, Johnny V's got them out, making her second start in a year. Second start in a calendar year. And her first start was up at Woodbine, a 1-turn mile and an 8. That is not an easy configuration for any horse, let alone a horse making her first start in 11 months. She went out there in that most recent start. That was the Grade 2 Canadian. Pressed a fast pace throughout, eventually took over turning for home, and just got run down by a 22-1 shot. I understand that may not be the greatest story in the world to try to paint a picture for why this horse makes sense, but chasing a fast pace, going a 1-turn mile and an 8, I think she gets a ton of fitness out of that race, and she looks like she could very well be controlling speed in this spot, very similar to the fashion in which she won the QE2 at Keeneland last fall. I think Cambier Park is ready to roll. 5-2 on the morning line. I actually think she might be the second choice in this race, feeling that Nay Lady Nay may take a little bit of the wise guy money. Give me the number 1, Cambier Park at 5-2. Play of the day in the Grade 1 Flower Bowl. We go down to Lexington, Kentucky, the Grade 2 Fayette, race number 8, 1.1 miles on the main track. Another horse that I fear may end up in the wise guy territory is where I'm going to go. The number 5, Title Ready for Dallas Stewart. This is a race that doesn't have a ton of speed signed on, but Title Ready is a horse who absolutely adores Keeneland's main track. He's 2 for 3 there, all 3 times in the exacta. I thought his run 2 starts back on July 10th was spectacular. Rallying from well off of it, he got up in the shadow of the wire of the short stretch. He will get the entire stretch to use on Saturday afternoon. All he needs is something to help set things up, set up that late kick. Maybe he doesn't get it, and maybe he's not this good. But I think he's interesting in here. I wouldn't take him in anything too short, though. If he starts getting into the 5 or 6-1 range, he loses a lot of appeal. At 10-1 on the morning line, number 5, Title Ready. He's where I'm going to go in the 8th race. That's the Grade 2 Fayette. And let's wrap things up with race number 9. It is the Grade 1 QE2, the Queen Elizabeth II, 1.1 miles on turf for 3-year-old fillies. This is kind of a Captain Obvious pick, but there are enough other names and big connections in here that I'm hopeful the price on Magic Attitude, the number 4, doesn't get completely destroyed. She's 5-2 on the morning line. Her U.S. debut in the Belmont Oaks was scintillating. It was a fantastic performance. She had a little bit of pace to run at, if you believe some of the pace figures that are out there. But boy, she never looked like she really got out of first gear, rounding the far turn. Then when Javier Castellano gave her a little tap on the shoulder, she kicked away in a big way. She got her final quarter of a mile in 22.7 seconds. That is serious racehorse time. That's her first start here in the States for Arnaud Delacour. I think she takes a step forward here. Again, the question comes down to price. If she's 6-5, she's really not that interesting to me anyway. I think she's far and away the most likely winner. But if the presence of some of the other girls in here with the connections that they go out for, maybe we can get 2-1 on Magic Attitude. And I think that would be a fair price to play in a spot like this. Give me the number 4 Magic Attitude in the 9th at Keeneland on Saturday, the grade 1 QE2. There you have it. 4 graded stakes plays for Saturday, October the 10th on RacingPicks.com. Don't forget, it's free to register. Great content, all free, all throughout the week. Myself, Andrew Champagne, Peter Thomas Fornatal, among others. All free. All you got to do, enter your email address, and you're good to go. RacingPicks.com.